Hello, Chris Green here with the Flood Insurance Guru. Today we're talking a little bit about policy assumptions. You heard us talk about this before. But in this video today, we're going to talk about policy assumptions, why they get declined many times, and what you need to do to prevent it. So if you want to learn more information on this, keep watching. Remember, we have an educational background in flood mitigation, which means we're here to help you understand your flood insurance, your flood risk, and mitigating your property long term. So let's talk about these policy assumptions and how to help you avoid maybe getting one declined by your bank or not accepting it. One of the biggest things that we see with policy assumptions, someone goes to transfer this policy from one buyer to the next. Pretty easy. But the problem is it goes to the bank and the coverage doesn't match. Just this week, we had a customer who only had $75,000 in coverage on their property. And the person that was buying the property was buying it for $250,000. So of course there's not enough coverage here. So what can you do as a property owner to make sure that you can get this policy sold and get this property sold? Well, what you need to do is at least 30 days before closing, you need to call your insurance agent, whoever your National Flood Insurance Program policy is through, and you need to tell them, hey, I need to increase coverage. So why 30 days? Because in many situations, FEMA puts a delay of 30 days on policy changes, like increasing coverages on your policy. So hopefully this gives you enough time from when the policy is going to be transferred from one buyer to the next for closing. So this is how to avoid your policy assumption being declined by a bank because there's not enough coverage there. So what about if you don't sell a property? What if the closing still goes through? Still keep that coverage on there because you're gonna run into this issue again. So that's what we wanted to talk about today, is how to avoid your policy assumption being declined because of coverages. So remember, if you've got questions about flood insurance, flood education, flood zone changes, click below to visit our website, floodinsuranceguru.com. Maybe you want to take a look at getting this flood zone changed before that closing. Click below, visit challengeyourfloodzone.com, where we show you some ways to possibly get your flood zone changed. Thank you.